The event 2020, the return of the Atlanteans. Pleiadian Light Forces transmission 4112020, channeled by Michael Love. A message of hope and love for the starseeds of Earth that comes directly from the Pleiadians. Begin transmission. Great ones. After the largest mass meditation in human history, incredible transformations continue to take place across the planet as the great cosmic cycle closes and the new AQUARIAN era of light dawns for humanity. During this recent powerful global meditation, a critical mass unity was achieved which has greatly strengthened the consciousness of the collective on the surface. In a special transmission to the Earth Alliance this morning, the Atlantean Light Forces Division conveyed this message of guidance to the Starseeds of Earth. We are here at this time during your great ascension event and congratulate you for choosing a different path than we chose in ancient days. Planet Earth is in exact time-space as it was exactly 12,000 years ago, when our shining civilization of Atlantis was at its peak. As you know, Atlantis came to an abrupt and tragic end before our grand ascension was completed because we placed too much focus on the outer world, losing our connection to the inner divine world. In those ancient times, we learned how to activate a higher dimensional network in the third dimension using an intricate matrix crystal grid system. We achieved this by focusing most of our energy on designing Earth's energetic grid and placing our grand pyramid on these grid nodes all across the planet. This technological achievement is the great legacy of Atlantis. The plan was to use our pyramids to channel enough 5D central sun energy into the Earth's grid and all human body vessels on Earth to trigger a planetary ascension, but to make it work, we still needed to achieve an advanced evolution of human consciousness at the collective level. We were attempting to do the same thing you are doing now, but we tried to do it more mechanically and not so naturally. Therefore, it all came to an end in 1 hour. We realized too late that this evolution of consciousness could only be achieved by taking a focus off of external things, being still, going inside and connecting to the divine universal source that we all are. We did not place enough focus on this critical part of our grand ascension plan, and planet Earth could no longer support our outward focused civilization. The great lesson is this: spectacular outer achievement is perfectly okay, but only when correctly balanced with a strong inner connection to divine source energy. The cycle is repeating now. You are the reincarnation of our civilization, now working to finish what we started eons ago. We attempted to do a planetary ascension mechanically in ancient days, in error, but now you are doing it the correct way, from the inside out, naturally. The planetary ascension grid we built thousands of years ago is still in place on Earth in your modern time, and it is still fully functional as your planet continues to raise its consciousness every day. As you move forward in Earth year 2020, and as more powerful waves of cosmic light penetrate Earth's atmosphere, the starseed collective of Earth will soon reach a perfect level of consciousness that will trigger a planetary ascension to the 5th dimension. Along with the Atlantean 4112020 transmission, Pleiadian ascension guides also communicated this message to the Earth Alliance today. As we closely monitor Earth's ascension process, we would like to give you the following wise ascension counsel in a down-to-earth manner. There are two different dimensional views among the starseeds of Earth right now about the transformations that are occurring on Earth. From the 4D vibrational point of view, there is a major war between light and dark playing out on the surface, prompting many starseeds to engage in heightened levels of protesting, resistance, pushing and fighting against things and other beings. From the 5D vibrational point of view, great light has come. The most magnificent planetary shift in human history has begun. Life is amazing, and the beings of Earth are finally ascending to the 5th dimension. How you see this global transformation depends solely on the state of dimensional consciousness you are resonating at. You have noticed that most of the social media messages recently are focused mostly on matrix politics, the fear virus, the war between light and darkness, and other low vibrational things. The reason for so many messages like this are showing up now is because many of the starseeds of planet Earth, though awake, are still resonating around the middle of the 4th dimensional range of consciousness. Most of these activist light beings have the best of intentions and are trying very hard to bring focus to things so that others will wake up. Here is our wisdom. In one's spiritual evolution, she or he will eventually realize the harder he or she pushes, protests, and fights against negative things that are not pleasant, the more these things persist. Since we are all creators of reality by virtue of our energetic focus, the more focus and energy given to lower things, even in an attempt to make the world better, in actuality, causes the problem to get worse. The gauge for this is to simply see how it is all making you feel. A starseed warrior of light can indeed change things for the better. However, he or she will come to the realistic conclusion that he or she cannot change the outer world directly, and the only thing that can be changed is one's self or one's energy. The ultimate realization a system buster can have is knowing that when you change yourself in a positive way on the inside, then and only then can you begin to change the world in a positive way. On the spiritual path, the starseeds of Earth will also eventually realize that the lower being cannot change anything, so they decide to simply start being the higher being. They put on the avatar of the higher angelic self, and the entire identity changes into a being that approaches things much differently and from a higher point of view. This higher being stops fighting, stops pushing and protesting, and in fact begins to fight without fighting at all. The higher being begins to focus on changing self, and they also only focus on high vibrational things as much as possible. 5D beings realize early on it is best to make peace with darkness, because ultimately it is a part of us all, and it is wise not to war with oneself. Light forces have suggested it is imperative that starseed energetic focus is lifted above this 4D state of being. Though this 4D state is a necessary step along the road to 5D, the Starseed Collective must work to quickly move on up the vibrational scale towards the 5th dimensional New Earth. Your world is being bombarded right now with a barrage of 3D mass media and even 4D Starseeds social media news, and we counsel you to take time out from it all. This is not the best point to focus right now as you begin to move fully into the fifth dimension. We counsel you to turn off all 3D mass media news and other low vibe programming and only stream high vibrational programming in your home and on your devices. It is time to step back from it all, go within and reconnect to your higher self. Be aware and informed about what is going on in your world, but move it to the back of your awareness and do not be inundated by it all. Focusing on all of that day after day will cause you to become ill in itself and will not benefit you in any way. Again, we say, you are creating everything by virtue of your focus, so focus on what you want, not what you do not want. To clear out the low vibe social media energy, we counsel you to evaluate who you are connected to on social media. If someone's social media messages or content is not the highest vibration, then stop following them or disconnect from them. Ask yourself, how does a social media message make me feel? And be honest about it. If a social media message doesn't lift you up and inspire you, then cut the energetic cord with the one who shared it, at least for a time, until they come up a bit higher. The higher law says, only connect to high vibrational beings. So revise your social media connections and newsfeed to be more in line with higher positive beings that do not speak about all the 3D mass media trauma and drama. In your near future, the media will be completely transformed to be much more positive and in alignment with the new Earth reality. And until then, it is advised to simply tune it out. Tuning it out not only works towards eliminating things that you do not wish to see in your world, but it also stops personal energy drains and will cause your vibration to elevate quickly. You have been granted this great time by the universe to be still and spend time getting to know your true self again. During the new birth of springtime and the magical time of Easter, go out into nature as much as possible and spend time meditating and reconnect to your universal source energy. Balance your time with loved ones as well, and do all you can to stay connected to your heart space as we move forward towards the coming solar flash and humanity's ascension event 2020. A Delta Force operations update. Special Light Force missions are still underway this weekend to clear up all remaining dark forces from the surface, and things will unfold quickly now and at just the right moment. We will be bringing more powerful Earth Alliance intel on these Special Light Forces missions after the Easter holiday. You are manifesting the new Earth Great One, and you are doing it by simply placing your focus upon it. Light has come into this world, Great One, and an incredible paradigm shift is well underway. Thank you for coming to Earth at this time and for your great sacrifice for all of humanity. Together we will transform this world into the paradise it was always meant to be. Global Ascension Symptoms Update. Starseeds all around the globe are reporting strong ascension symptoms right now as vibrational levels around the Earth continue to rise. Let us know what ascension symptoms and major life changes you may be experiencing at this time. Godspeed, Michael and the Pleiadians.